every night, I dream the same dream.
Welcome back to Director's Choice, where we explore the theories, speculation, and hidden meanings behind our favorite movies and TV shows. In this episode, we'll be delving into the mystical world of Doctor Strange and the many theories surrounding this enigmatic character. Doctor Strange burst onto the scene in 2016, introducing audiences to the mystical realm of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From the Ancient One to the Eye of Agamotto, this film was filled with fascinating characters and artifacts that hinted at a deeper mythology. One popular theory is that the Ancient One actually foresaw her own death, and chose to let it happen in order to guide Strange into becoming the next Sorcerer Supreme. By sacrificing herself, she was able to inspire Strange to embrace his destiny, and take on the responsibility of protecting the universe from mystical threats. This theory is supported by the fact that the Ancient One seemed at peace with her impending death, and seemed to be preparing Strange for his eventual role as Sorcerer Supreme. Another theory suggests that the time loop that Strange created to defeat Dormammu actually caused a branching timeline in the multiverse, leading to the events of the What If series. By repeatedly manipulating time, he inadvertently caused a divergence in the timeline that led to alternate realities and timelines. This theory is supported by the fact that the What If series features alternate realities and timelines that are very different from the main MCU timeline. A third theory posits that Strange's repeated use of the Eye of Agamotto to manipulate time in the first movie actually had negative consequences on the timeline, which will be explored in future films. It's possible that his actions in the first movie had unforeseen consequences on the fabric of reality, which will be explored in future films. Some fans have even suggested that the Eye of Agamotto is actually a sentient being, and that Strange is unknowingly communicating with it.
You'll wear the Eye of Agamotto once you've mastered its powers. Until then, best not to walk the streets wearing an Infinity Stone.
A what?
This theory is supported by the fact that the Eye seems to have a mind of its own and sometimes reacts in unpredictable ways. Another theory suggests that Strange's use of the Time Stone to explore millions of possible futures in Avengers Infinity War actually created alternate realities that will eventually converge. By exploring possible futures, he inadvertently created alternate realities that will impact the MCU. This theory is supported by the fact that the events of Avengers Endgame seem to confirm the existence of alternate realities and timelines. One theory suggests that Strange's car crash at the beginning of the first movie was orchestrated by Dormammu in order to bring Strange to the attention of the Ancient One. By doing so, he was able to draw the attention of the Ancient One and set Strange on his path to becoming the Sorcerer Supreme.
You cannot beat a river into submission. You have to surrender to its current and use its power as your own.
Well, I control it by surrendering control. It doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does.
This theory is supported by the fact that Dormammu seems to be aware of Strange's potential, and seems to be monitoring his actions. Another intriguing theory is that the presence of the Infinity Stones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is actually the result of a cosmic game of chess between the Living Tribunal and the Celestials. The stones may be pawns in this game, and their ultimate purpose may be revealed in future films. Some fans have even suggested that the mirror dimension that Strange uses to fight Caecilius and his followers in the first movie is actually a manifestation of the dark dimension, which Strange unwittingly opened a portal to. By opening a portal to this realm, Strange inadvertently unleashed its power into the mirror dimension. Another theory posits that the reason why Strange was able to wield the Time Stone in Infinity War is because he had already been exposed to its power during his training with the Ancient One. This could explain why he was able to use it so effectively in the battle against Thanos. Finally, some fans have suggested that the Eye of Agamotto is actually a key to unlocking a hidden chamber within the Sanctum Sanctorum that contains even more powerful artifacts. This theory posits that the Eye of Agamotto is not just a tool for manipulating time, but also a key to unlocking a secret chamber within the Sanctum Sanctorum. This chamber may contain powerful artifacts that could have a significant impact on the MCU. This theory is supported by the fact that the Sanctum Sanctorum seems to be filled with mystical artifacts and secrets. One theory suggests that Strange's ability to manipulate reality in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be the result of his exposure to the Time Stone, rather than the Sorcerer Supreme mantle. This theory suggests that Strange's ability to manipulate reality in the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel will not be a result of his status as Sorcerer Supreme, but rather because of his exposure to the Time Stone. Strange's loss of the use of his hands was actually a blessing in disguise, as it led him to discover his true purpose as a sorcerer. This theory suggests that Strange's devastating injury was not just a setback, but rather a necessary step on his journey to becoming a sorcerer. It forced him to look beyond his physical abilities and discover the true power within himself. Strange's mentorship of Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home will lead to the formation of a new superhero team, possibly the Illuminati. This theory posits that Strange's mentorship of Spider-Man will lead to the formation of a new superhero team, possibly the Illuminati. This team could play a significant role in future MCU films. This theory is supported by the fact that the Illuminati is a major part of the Marvel Comics universe. A villain in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will be an alternate version of Strange himself, from a timeline where he embraced the power of the Dark Dimension. This theory suggests that the villain in the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel will be an alternate version of Strange himself. The Sorcerer Supreme mantle is actually passed down from master to apprentice, rather than being earned through individual merit. This could have significant implications for the MCU moving forward, as Strange could be forced to take on an apprentice of his own. This theory is supported by the fact that the Ancient One seemed to be grooming Strange for the role of Sorcerer Supreme. Strange's ability to see the future in Infinity War is actually a result of his training with the Ancient One, rather than a power unique to him. This theory is supported by the fact that the Ancient One seemed to have a deep understanding of time and its manipulation. The various magical artifacts seen throughout the MCU are actually fragments of the same cosmic entity, which was shattered during a war between the Celestials and the Elder Gods. This theory is supported by the fact that many of the artifacts seem to have a shared origin or purpose. Strange's ability to manipulate time will eventually lead to his downfall, as he becomes more and more detached from the flow of reality. This theory suggests that Strange's repeated manipulation of time will have negative consequences, eventually leading to his downfall. This could create an interesting character arc for the hero, as he struggles with the consequences of his actions. This theory is supported by the fact that time manipulation seems to have a high cost in the MCU. Strange's presence in the Loki series is actually a sign that the Time Variance Authority is monitoring the actions of the Sorcerer Supreme. This theory posits that Strange's appearance in the Loki series is not just a fun Easter egg, but rather a sign that the Time Variance Authority is monitoring the actions of the Sorcerer Supreme. This could suggest that the TVA sees Strange as a potential threat to the timeline, and may be keeping a close eye on him.
The Timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
Strange's encounter with the Living Tribunal in the comics will be adapted to the MCU, leading to a cosmic battle that will redefine the nature of the multiverse. This theory suggests that the Living Tribunal, a cosmic entity in the comics that oversees the balance of the multiverse, will be introduced in the MCU. This could lead to a cosmic battle between Strange and the Living Tribunal, with significant implications for the nature of the multiverse in the MCU. So there you have it, 20 intriguing theories surrounding Doctor Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From the Ancient One to the Living Tribunal, this character and his mythology have captured the imagination of fans around the world. We can't wait to see what the future holds for Doctor Strange and the wider MCU. Thanks for watching this episode of Director's Choice. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos exploring the hidden meanings behind your favorite movies and TV shows. Until next time.